Certainly. It's nice of Jenny to offer to feed Jamey.
It's her pleasure. She absolutely adores him.
Yeah. Well, you almost got your assistant back a little earlier than expected. Boy, I swear, when Logan and Raven barged in this morning, I thought for sure one of them or both of them was going to grab that poor little kid right out of the high chair and drag him home.
Unbelievable.
Margot, it's not fair. Not for a little baby like that to be caught in the middle of a situation like this.
But, darling, maybe it's not quite as bad as you think it is. I mean, I've known married people who are absolutely at each other's throats, and the next day they kiss and make up.
Yeah, but Raven has stopped the adoption procedures.
Adoption?
Well, didn't I tell you that Logan was going to adopt Jamey?
Oh, yes, I think so. I just don't understand the necessity.
Well, it's because Logan has no legal right to Jamey because Raven is the only legal parent. And when she stormed in this morning in her nightgown, did I tell you that? She was still in her nightgown.
No.
She screamed at Draper to tear up the papers that she was supposed to sign.
Well, that doesn't quite surprise me. I mean, if she was that angry with Logan, I can see where she'd do that. But I don't understand is why she'd leave the baby with you when she's home.
Oh, because she couldn't take care of him. She had things to take care of.
Oh.
Can you imagine that? I mean, I can't think of anything more important than taking care of one's own child.
Yeah, well, I guess that's why so many women wait until their children are fairly well grown before they go back to work.
Yeah, I guess I can understand that. I know I'm having a problem with that. I don't know, there's one part of me, I guess it's the more liberal side, that feels that my career is very important and that I should work very hard in that direction. And the other part of me, I guess it's, the more traditional side says there's absolutely nothing in the world like the experience of motherhood.
Well, that may be true, but personally, my darling, I think you can handle both motherhood and a career. That's what I'm doing. Of course, my little baby is old enough to have children of her own.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's silly for me to even think about that right now, since I will never have children of my own.
Hey, come on.
I'll tell you what worries me, though. What? If something really does happen between Logan and Raven, I may get to see very little of Jamey. May get to see nothing of him at all.
And you have absolutely no idea what it was that happened to cause this friction between them?
No, nothing at all.
Home is the fisherman. Home from the fish. Or should I say no fish?
Darling, for heaven's sake, what happened? Was it that bad?
Look, everything was bad up there. The service was abominable. The fish weren't biting. No time at all, I decided that was no way to spend my week away from the unicorn. Especially when I could be spending it with my beautiful wife.
Oh, sweet of you.
Why, hello. Have you been here since I left, April?
Not quite, Elliott. I just stopped in for a visit. But if you two will excuse me, I think I'm going to go check on Jamey. It's time for us to be heading home.
Oh, all right, darling.
Margaret, don't look at me like that. Aren't you glad to have me back?
Well, of course I'm glad to have you back. I'm just absolutely stunned.
Oh, the idea wasn't good to begin with. You know, I'm not really so keen on fishing as I thought I was.
Oh?
Yeah, it's more trouble than it's worth, you know, all the preparations, all the arrangements, getting up early in the morning.
And finding no fish, right? Oh, my poor baby. I'm gonna have to make this up to you somehow. Let's see, what'll I do? I know. We'll have fish for supper, even if I have to cook it myself.
Wonderful. I always said there was nothing like home cooking.
Look, would you just try to call this number again in about an hour? No, all right, look, I'll just do it myself. What are you doing here?
My name's on the lease, remember?
Yeah, but I wouldn't be so proud of it. It's a crummy place. I never should have agreed to come here in the first place.
You shouldn't have made any agreements with me at all.
Look, if you think you're going to stay, forget it, because I
let's not push it. Please.
All right. You're right. It's your place. I'll go pack.
No, I've already taken a room at the law club. I just came by to get my razor and a few other
No,
things.
come on. It's your place. You stay, I'll pack. That's obviously what you want.
I don't want that. I want Jamey to have a place. I don't want you dragging him off to some
Jamey
hotel.
has a place. He's at April and Draper's, and that's where he's
Well,
staying.
he can't stay there forever.
Logan! Aren't you even going to talk to me?
Raven, I don't know what I would say.
Well, why don't you just slap me again?
I said I was sorry about that. It won't happen again.
Aren't you going to ask if I'm sorry?
Oh, is that the approach you're going to take? I'm sorry.
Logan, look, it was the first time this happened. It was just one of those stupid things. I just had this impulse. I don't even know what.
No. Impulse is something that happens on the spur of the moment. But you planned this rendezvous with Elliott, a convenient cold, which turns into a convenient fever just before I have to leave.
I really was sick.
That trick with the thermometer? I should have spotted that one. I pulled that on my mother when I was 12 and didn't want to go to school, but I've been to school now, and I've graduated.
All right. So I'm a horrible, rotten person. I know that about myself. But that just means I need more forgiveness. Why can't you forgive me like Kevin did?
Because I'm not Kevin, and I'm not a fool. I want out of this apartment, out of the marriage.
Logan, we have to talk now. Don't you even want to talk about Jamey?
All right, let's talk about Jamey.
All right. Don't you think your son is a little more important than your pride?
Pride? What does pride have to do with this?
It has everything to do with this because it's your damn macho pride that's making you walk out on me.
Well, if that's what you want to call it, that's fine.
Look, I mean what I say. If you do this, you are not going to adopt Jamey.
Doesn't surprise me in the least.
You're just crazy about him. You've always loved him more than me.
That's nonsense.
You really do love me. You do, don't you? Then forgive me. Please stay with me. Help me. I'll do anything you want. I love you. I do.
You don't know the meaning of the word. The only person in this world you love is... It's wrong, isn't it? I just realized that. That's wrong. You don't love Raven. You hate her.
Yes, I do. Right now, I do.
Well, how can you love somebody else if you don't even like yourself? Jamey deserves more than that.
Yeah, right. Jamey this and Jamey that. You never did marry me for me. You only married me for my son.
My son, Raven.
Well, you prove it. Because Kevin Jameson is Jamey's father, and we have all the legal documents, and you just try to prove otherwise.
I have no intention of doing that.
Don't you understand? If you do this, you will never see him again.
I've been waiting for that one.
Yeah,
I knew
well,
that was
I'll
coming.
tell him you're dead. I'll tell him you're as dead as his real father, Kevin.
Now, whether you like it or not, I have rights to that boy, and you are not going to get in the way of them.
So what, you're going to take me to court? The great district attorney is going to take his wife to court. Oh, great. What do you think the voters are going to say when they see you walk out on your wife and son, huh? You have 6 weeks till that election, and you don't stand a chance in hell if you do that.
Do you really want this story to come out? I mean, do you want everybody to know why I walked out on my wife and son? You want that story told in open court?
You wouldn't dare.
You ever hear the phrase, unfit mother?
All right, you said you were leaving. There's your suitcase.
Oh, I'm leaving, Raven. Don't you worry about that.
Logan, wait a minute. Look, can't we do something? Why is what I did any different than what you and I did when I was married to Kevin?
It's not. And I didn't like myself very much then. I don't think I've liked myself since. You know? That's one good thing about this. It's going to be nice to be able to look in the mirror and not hate what I see. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to finish packing.
You just try to see Jamey. You just try, because you won't. I'll see to that, I swear it.